Hey everybody out there in the land of YouTube, it's Annette Dion. I am the host and founder of the Psychic News Network. And it's Monday, it's December 1st. It's kind of cool that December 1st is at the beginning of the week. That maybe will help us to know what day it is and stuff all month, but I doubt it. But anyway, I want to play you something from Mark Kelly. Here it is.
It goes on and on. The president has gone too far. Everybody needs to wake up. The occupant of the Oval Office is ignorant to the Constitution and has no regard for the rule of law. Trying to silence me, in proposing to court-martial me, in threatening to kill me, for fighting back when our democracy demands that we must fight back. President Trump has crossed the line.
Yep.
And this time, it's not going to work. I will not be intimidated by this president. I am not going to be silenced by this president or the people around him, because I've given too much in service to this country to back down to this guy. In 1991, when Donald Trump was driving the Taj Mahal casino into bankruptcy, I was getting shot at over Iraq and Kuwait. In 2001, after Donald Trump said that the collapse of the Twin Towers meant he now owned the tallest skyscraper in Manhattan, I was carrying flags honoring 9/11 victims into space on a rocket ship. In 2003, when Donald Trump was writing birthday greetings to the monster Jeffrey Epstein, I was the first on the scene to recover the bodies of my fellow astronauts who died when Space Shuttle Columbia exploded during re-entry. In 2011, when Trump was hosting a reality show and peddling conspiracy theories against President Barack Obama, I was sitting next to my wife's hospital bed as she recovered from a gunshot wound to the head. My point is this: I've been through a lot worse in service to my country. The president and Pete Hegseth are not going to silence me.
All right, so
They're going to keep.
So that, if you want to know where that is, DRM News that's the video. I'm sure you can find it in other places too. The criminal in the White House is a loser. The criminal in the White House is a coward and a thug and a bully. I'm not telling you something that you don't already know. But I'm really grateful that Mark Kelly is calling it out. I'm really grateful that he's showing us what courage is, what he's made of, what he's been through. A few of those things that he said I didn't know. I forgot about the Columbia space shuttle when upon re-entry it exploded. I remember the Challenger, but anyway. He took flags up into space to honor the 9/11 victims. I mean, that's a true American. Donald Trump is an enemy to the United States of America seeking retribution on the American people. The only reason he had money at all was because he was in America. Conned and scammed everyone. The criminal in the White House. The criminal of the United States. So anyway, what we're going to look at first is Mark Kelly. What a hero. Was he running for president or vice president? I think he was running for vice president. I'm trying to remember. Oh, he was on the short list for Kamala. Sorry, my camera's moving around there. Let me see if I can fix this. By the way, that's my Christmas tree. It's not going to stay out there. I just threw a few lights on it. I went and picked it up earlier. I wanted to do it on Monday because it's less busy here on Monday. And it was easier to get it into the department. Otherwise, there would be somebody parked in front of my door and I wouldn't be able to. So the guys at the tree place said we can cut off the bottom for you. You know, just cut a slice off the trunk to make it fresher. And I said I was going to keep it outside. So they said, this is just a little tip. If you're going to keep up your Christmas tree outside before you bring it in and set it up, put it in a bucket of water. Make sure they cut the bottom. All right, that's my Christmas tree tip for today. Let's see what's going to happen with Mark Kelly. He's grieving. He's grieving what's happened to this country. Okay, so yeah, he's actually very devastated. But he's devastated on behalf of the American people, Mark Kelly. And the swiftness card is coming. It's coming in. So let's pick a couple more cards for more to the story. Because the Eight of Cups is like pain from the past. He almost lost his wife. And she's still rehabilitating. And that was 2011 maybe? And people love him. Yep, people love him. People love what Mark Kelly is, who he is, the man that he is, and what he stands for in the face of all of this. So this kind of adds more to the story. This is the pain that we're in the United States. We have a bona fide one of the worst criminals who ever lived in the White House. And this is the lovers. He really brings out the love of country from people. And the Queen of Wands, that's the feminine energy rising up swiftly. Yep. This is good. We need this. By the way, the National Guardswoman who was brutally murdered, I haven't heard if the guardsman has survived. I think he's probably still in critical condition. But in light of that horrible thing, are the flags at half-mast where you are? Because they need to be. I know the flags have been at half-mast. Let me look. It's dark. I can't really see. Yes, it is actually. There's a flag right outside here. I have flags all around me. There's a flag next door. But the one I'm looking at is on a flagpole. It is at half-mast. So hopefully they are where you are too. Just remember, when C. Kirk was assassinated, I mean, this too is an assassination. It was like, let's praise the white supremacist. Like, let's rent out the football stadium. Let's have fireworks. That was the weirdest thing. I never went to a funeral with fireworks. Anyway. And just rife with white supremacy. And one of our own dies. I mean, I think it's becoming crystal clear to all where we are. As unbelievable as it is. Let's take a look at the new energies that are coming in this week with the full moon. And I really do feel a big shift coming. And you can see it gets more and more horrible. Like breathtakingly horrible. He pardoned a hardened criminal from Honduras. I need to read more about that story. All the while, like we're going to look at Hegseth in a second. All the while, they're up there saying, oh, war on drugs, war. Oh, all these men, women, and children in the United States are dying from fentanyl. We have to kill the Venezuelan fishermen. They know that that's who they're killing. And Dumpy goes ahead and pardons this mob guy from Honduras. Like I said, I'll look it up and read about it. You know how much news there is to keep track of. That was importing like 400,000 tons of cocaine. But he fucking pardoned them. we're in a no choice situation when it comes to we got to do something, right? It's just like, this is not rocket science. So what am I picking 3 cards about? What's going to happen with our military? Like, I'm just going to read the energy of the military right now. They're really hurting. We need to pray for our military. There are equals. There are fellow Americans. Now, it's interesting that I keep getting strong female cards. And I have the love card. I did shuffle these. Queen of Cups. I'm wondering, I know that Kamala has been so in the background that we're starting to go, oh, where did she go, right? But I just feel like she's having some influence behind the scenes. And I did think about what she would have done. I mean, when you just compare and contrast, like, in light of that horrible tragedy of these National Guard soldiers being shot, and one lethally, the other, it might go in that direction. We'll continue to pray. How Kamala would have responded to all this. How Joe Biden would have responded to all this. Dumpy is an enemy. He is Putin. Putin doesn't care about his military. He just sends them off to be killed. Right? This is a lesser version of that in a certain way. It's like it's not a full-on sending troops and troops and troops into a war to just be killed. This is a different scenario. But I'm just making the point. He really doesn't care about the military at all. He would piss on their graves. You doubt me? Look at what he did at Arlington Cemetery. I know you don't doubt me. It's just amazing that we're here. Okay, I'm in total disbelief. So Hegseth is in trouble for war crimes. Let's see. Let's just ask. Is Hegseth going to be charged for war crimes? Yes, he is. And I think this is the GOP and the Democrats very strong. He will be charged for war crimes. That's a strong yes. Will he serve time in prison? Yes. I can't even think about those poor Venezuelan families. Their fishermen are hardworking family men. I grew up around fishermen. Whoever he shot in a war crime, and this is just so. What the fucking fuck? Let me choose 3 cards about. Remember, I got the Justice card. If you watched a couple PNNs ago, I got the Justice card for Dumpy and for Pete Hegseth. I'm gonna pull 3 cards about Hegseth's fate. The light is being shown on his crimes, because I have the Sun, the King of Pentacles. The source of the money is the Kremlin, and the 5 of Pentacles. Hegseth is going to be grasping at straws. He's mentally ill. I read on that the other night. His family knows. His mom, I think, a while back, verified that he had been in trouble for sexually assaulting women, his girlfriends, and I think his wife. And these are the people we have in positions of leadership. This has got to change. It's not sustainable. It has to change. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about Dumpy now, in the face of this. Did you watch Caroline Levitt today? Saying, oh, he's got these MRIs and they show that he's a really healthy man. It's exhausting. But we have to keep going. Look at the Ukrainians. It's exhausting. They're keeping on going. Oh, yeah. I'm asking about Dumpy. The fool. Narrow. I told you that I think that he was narrow in his past life. What a horrible man that was. I might have read on this before. Was Trump narrow? Oh my God, it's saying yes. It's kind of a strong yes. Look up the history. Go to your world history and look up Nero, the Roman emperor, who basically, I think it was arson. I think he lit the fire and watched Rome burn and fiddled. Yeah, anyway, so as far as he goes, the Empress of the United States, recognizing him for the fool idiot that he is. So let's see what's going to happen. 2 cards about what's going to happen to him. There's going to be a lot of evidence against him. The Page of Pentacles is the military stopping. That feels like a stop sign to me. An abundance of evidence against him. Well, we don't really need evidence. It's right in front of our eyes. And the strength of the case against him and all the money connections that he has. Let's, I just dropped a couple cards. Hang on. Okay, so let's ask about Putin and NATO. Putin and NATO, because of what's going on. Actually, I'm going to actually read first on Witkoff. Because I feel like Witkoff, well, we know Keg's breath is in over his head and he's mentally deranged. Witkoff, what's been coming to me recently is how dumb these people are. They're dumb. They're dumb. They put themselves in these positions. And I think Witkoff is walking on eggshells right now. Because I think Putin's not happy with him. So we're going to read on Witkoff first. They're trying to do deals. They're trying to do deals. The United States of America is under siege and being subjected to having war criminals, in a certain manner of speaking, right? Colluding with the Russians. Be still, my beating heart. Witkoff. Yeah. Witkoff is recognizing the position that he's put his little sorry ass in. The Four of Swords, he's not feeling too good, and he's feeling isolated. He's physically not feeling good, and he's isolated. And the Ace of Swords is because he's recognizing the truth, and he's lost his head. I wonder if he's fearing for his life. Because Putin will just chew you up and spit you out, right? Just like Dumpy. Is Witkoff fearing for his life at the present moment? No. Okay. He must have drunk the Kool-Aid. Is he in danger? Is he in danger? I think he's clueless. I think Witkoff is thinking Putin would never do anything to harm me. Is Witkoff that delusional? Oh my God, that just shocks me. It just shocks me. Like, how does Putin do that? Get them to believe that he's gonna keep his word? I don't get it. I need a sip of my fake beer. Excuse me. All right. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, I tell you. And there's about 18 more things that I could read on. Excuse me. I've managed to ward off a cold. When I feel a cold coming on, it's like, it's a big challenge, right? It's like, I'm not gonna get it. I knocked it out. It's just, just a little that. Elderberry. I'll give you all my secrets as to how to not get a cold. They work. Okay. Putin. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the meeting between Rubio, Witkoff, Putin, the Russian oligarchs. You know what they're planning to do? It's like sell off the Arctic for drilling, and oh, aliens, we need your help. They're so stupid. They're planning to drill more and more and more. They're planning to just rape the earth. For what? One must ask oneself, for what? How's it going with them trying to steal Ukraine after all that they've been through? It's unthinkable. And we have the war in the Middle East, and it's just... When you can, get some holiday cheer going this month just to balance us out. We need that to recharge our batteries. Don't forget. It's important. Putin. Oh, interesting. The Hangman is a surrender card. Now, we know that Putin would never surrender. The Ten of Wands, it's really a burden. Wow. I think that Putin is really hurting. I think he's in way over his head. All these idiots are in over their head. Let's see if they're going to get anywhere. I mean, I just see Zelensky in Ukraine just going, yeah, right, we're going to do that deal. I don't think so. Is any of that quote-unquote peace deal going to move forward? Is any of it going to move forward? No. Nope. Nope. Is this criminal in the White House going to be held accountable for his crimes? I really think his health will just take him down. I do. I mean, I think that we'll run out of time. That's not what I prefer, but... Is the criminal in the White House going to have health issues that make him unable to do his job? Yes. He's not doing his job anyway. What a stupid question. But how many times this has been a terrible year, right? It goes without saying. Since January, he came in. I wrote Substack articles about this. I described it as, if he gets in, he's going to take a wrecking ball to our entire country. And he literally took a wrecking ball to the east wing of the White House. It ended up being worse than what I thought. Will this criminal regime be still here and it's in place in January? Will this criminal regime still be in place in January? It's questionable. Okay, well maybe it's... Okay, will some of this regime be gone by January? Well, some of this regime, yes, some of it will be gone. Let's go down the list. Okay, will Keg's Breath still be in his position in January? No. Will Kristi Noem still be in her position in January? It's up in the air. Will ICE still be operating in January? Will ICE still be operating in January? No. Will we see arrests made by the military in December? No. Will we see arrests made by the military of this, arrests of the criminals in this regime? Will we see arrests made by the military at all? Yes. Will arrests be made by the military to remove the orange monster? No, I think it's going to be health to take some away. No, they're not going to do that. Is it because his health fails first? Yeah. So it's just like they would, but they don't have to. That's what I have about this for now. All right. So let me look at. Oh, and echinacea works really well too. I'm just telling you how to not get a cold. But the real secret is cold ease. Those zinc lozenges. Soon as you get a sniffle or a tickle, go get you some cold ease. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just telling you what to do to support your immune system. And of course, vitamin C. And lots of rest. And no stress. Good luck with that. No stress. I'm going to pull 3 cards and just ask about what is going to be our, like, based on what's coming in. And I mean from the cosmos too. What's our energy going to be this month? I mean, we're not going to expect peaches and cream. We're realistic, right? That's pretty far out in the distance, that feeling. But about December, the holidays. What's going to be our predominant kind of feeling? We see judgment. We see where all the money's going. Okay, this month. We will see judgment. We will see people being called out for their crimes. A wealth of crimes. And a lot of them continuing to try to gaslight. That's what December will be. But judgment is on them. How could it not be, really? About all the money they've stolen from we the people. And all the gaslighting that they've done. The judgment will be on them for all that they're stealing and how much they've gaslit. Wow, like Caroline Levitt saying, he's so healthy. We have eyes. We see. All right. And I see you even though we're not doing lives, but we're doing lives on Thursday night and on Sunday. So please check it out. Please hype this video. Please hit the like button. Subscribe. And know that when you become a member, you have access to all kinds of goodies. So it's members only videos and teachings. All right. I'll see you soon. Thumbs up. Namaste.